Have you ever paused mid-cheer to wonder if everything we believed about the Lakers' blueprint for the future has been quietly appended by a move that no one saw coming? What if the smiling face we trust to anchor our small ball experiments is actually the very piece that needs to change for this franchise to reclaim its throne? Could trading away a beloved away wing unlock a new level of superstar synergy? And might that superstar just wear purple and gold? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where we dissect every ripple in Laker Nation's pond. Today, we're diving into the jaw-dropping whispers that Andrew Wiggins is headed to Los Angeles, a blockbuster swap that could redefine everything from our starting lineup to our championship ceiling. Smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Imagine the scene. It was early June when the playoffs dropped the bombshell that LA front office. Eyes are fixed on Wiggins's expiring contract worth a hefty $31 million next season as the perfect salary-matching piece to pry away a star who could immediately mesh with LeBron James and Anthony Davis overnight. The rumor mill went into overdrive. Scouts dug up Wiggins's 18-point, 5-rebound to assist averages from last season, his career-high 23 points on 50% shooting in clutch moments, and his hallowed reputation as a lockdown defender who can guard for positions. But what this storyline hints at is far bigger than raw numbers. It's about chemistry, identity, and the delicate alchemy of three megastars sharing the same floor. Could this mean the Lakers are ready to sacrifice some length and versatility in exchange for a dynamic playmaker who thrives in isolation? Wiggins' blend of 20 points per game in a vacuum and his ability to drive and kick to open shooters might be precisely the missing jolt for a LeBron-led offense that occasionally stalls in half-court sets. Some insiders believe that by flipping Wiggins' salary, Los Angeles could pry loose a future Hall of Famer from a rival franchise, someone whose arrival instantly elevates the team's title odds and sends a clear message that we're all in. But let's not gloss over the human side of this equation. Wiggins arrived in LA amid center stage fanfare, only to find himself shuffled between starting roles, bench experiments, and load management nights that left his confidence fractured. For all his talent and explosive first step, gravity-pulling drives, and a silky pull-up jumper, he often found himself out of sync with the Lakers' motion offense. Fans are wondering if departing the purple and gold spotlight might be the best thing for his career, and if welcoming him to a fresh environment in, say, a franchise that prioritizes three-point spacing over defensive versatility could reignite that 2019 All-Star spark. On the flip side, Los Angeles would be saying goodbye to a wing who delivered a career-best 1.9 steals and 1 point to blocks per game while guarding elite scorers in the playoffs. Could swapping that defensive anchor for an offensive wizard disrupt our identity as the league's most fearsome two-way team? Some Lakers purists worry that the rubber band defense we built around Davis and LeBron would lose its edge without Wiggins' chase-down blocks and leverage-driven switches. Is it possible that in the quest for more buckets, we might sacrifice the stinginess that once terrorized opponents? Rival front offices are already scheming. In Phoenix, executives are salivating at the thought of Wiggins restoring their wing depth alongside Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, picturing a triplet of sharpshooters that would make any defense tremble. Over in Sacramento, whispers suggest they'd be tempted to include young assets, first-round picks, or rotation players in exchange, creating a Pacific Division landscape no Lakers fan wants to imagine. Could this be the moment the Warriors, Suns, and Kings all circle the Lakers as potential vulnerability, hoping to pounce on a miscalculation? But let's talk pace and space. LeBron's usage rate sits at a staggering 31.5%, and Davis commands 28%. Add a third superstar with a usage north of 24%, and suddenly you're juggling pick-and-roll priorities, isolation calls, and off-ball movement in ways that would make any coordinator draw X's and O's for days. Could the Lakers coaching staff, spearheaded by Darvin Ham, architect a rotation where Wiggins initiates secondary offense, allowing Braun and AD to roam freely? Some league insiders believe that the triangle overlap sets once a hallmark of past Lakers glory could be reborn with this trio, blending ancient concepts with 2025's analytics-driven spacing. Off the court, social media lit up in under 60 seconds. On Twitter, one viral poll asked, "Trade Wiggins for a max superstar Y or N?" collecting over 100,000 votes and splitting the fanbase down the middle. On Instagram Live, former Laker Ron Harper teased, sometimes breaking eggs makes the best omelet, fueling speculation that the front office is ready to crack open its roster construction. Even LeBron himself hinted on his podcast that we might have to shake the tree to find the right fruit, a cryptic message that set Lakers forums ablaze with theories. Strategically, the playoffs loom large in tight games against defensive titans like the Celtics or Nuggets, having Wiggins' length to contest shots at one end and a transcendent new star at the other. Could tilt balance? Could deploying three playmakers across the perimeter, Braun driving, Davis rolling, and the newly acquired star spotting up create the ultimate nightmare for opponents who can't double-team everyone? Some insiders believe this multi-headed approach would force opponents to abandon single-game defensive schemes in favor of zone variations, handing the Lakers a tactical edge. Through it all, one question echoes louder than a sellout crowd at Crypto.com arena. Are we ready to embrace metamorphosis for the promise of greatness? Is the potential gain of adding a generational talent worth the heartache of trading a proven two-way wing who's given blood and sweat to this franchise? The Lakers have always thrived on boldness, from the Showtime era's fearless fast breaks to the three-peat team's defensive tenacity. Could this next chapter, written in whispers and boardroom gambles, become the prelude to a new dynasty? But what do you think about all of this? Personally, as a Lakers supporter, I believe that if the front office can land a true superstar, even at the cost of Andrew Wiggins, the short-term growing pains will be more than worth it, and we could witness a level of playoff dominance not seen in decades. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you're as hyped as I am for Lakers News Fan Report, smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the drama in purple and gold. Picking up where we left off, the possibility of Andrew Wiggins wearing gold and purple now looms as more than a salary dump. It could be the seismic shift that redefines LeBron James's late career chapter and Anthony Davis's quest for that elusive second banner. Imagine opening night, LeBron still averaging near 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists as he did last season, facing off against a rugged two-way winging Wiggins, whose 18-point, 5-rebound, 2-assist production masked his true impact as a +5 in defensive plus-minus. Could this mean that the Lakers suddenly boast a perimeter stopper capable of shadowing elite scorers while also chipping in instant offense? Some insiders believe that pairing LeBron's visionary passing with Wiggins' gravity-pulling drives would fracture opposing schemes before tip-off even hits. On paper, the fit seems tantalizing. LeBron's 31.5% usage rate and Davis's 28% leave a clear secondary scoring void, one that Wiggins can fill by averaging a career clip of 20 points on 46% shooting. But chemistry is the real question. Will LeBron adapt to an off-ball role where Wiggins shares the stage as an isolation finisher? Or will the dynamic duo engage in pick-and-roll symphonies, with Davis setting gravity-heavy screens, Wiggins streaking to the corner, and LeBron firing on the move? Fans are wondering if Coach Darvin Ham will sketch out sets that begin with Wiggins initiating in horns formations, forcing defenses to respect all three stars before the action explodes. And what of our young core? Austin Reeves, fresh off breaking out with 13 points and 4 assists per night, could find his role recalibrated. As Wiggins commands secondary playmaking touches, Reeves might transition into the ultimate glue guy, heaving catch and shoot triples, navigating handoffs and guarding multiple positions with his 6 feet 5 inches frame. Could this mean Reeves evolves into the Swiss Army knife every contender covets, learning veteran positioning from Wiggins while opening lanes for LeBron? Some insiders believe that such a mentorship would accelerate Reeves' trajectory from promising sophomore to bona fide third option by midseason. Meanwhile, the Lakers' commitment to youth remains evident, with Bronny James, who flashed glimpses of his 3-and-D potential in the summer league, dropping 12 points on 40% shooting and logging 18 effective field goal rate minutes. If Wiggins arrives, Bronny could see a more structured pathway, spot-up roles in blowout stretches, and developmental reps alongside Wiggins in closed scrimmages, absorbing veteran nuances that only a former All-Star can impart. Is it possible that the Wiggins-Bronny pairing in early season preseason games becomes the must-watch storyline of October, signaling a torch-passing moment within the franchise's DNA? Draymond Green's presence cannot be overlooked. His orchestration as defensive quarterback and primary screener could be the glue that binds Wiggins' explosive tendencies into Carrera movement. Imagine late-game scenarios where Curry rests while the unit of Wiggins, Reeves, Davis. And Green patrols the floor, Wiggins slashing, Davis chopping off the roll. Reeves spotting up behind the arc, and Green corralling loose balls. Could this be the blueprint for a championship closing lineup? One that obscures role clarity in favor of relentless collective disruption? Fans are wondering if Draymond's pregame film sessions will now include breakdowns of Wiggins' historical success guarding power forwards, teaching him leverage techniques that turned his 35% defensive rebounding rate into a full-court advantage across the Western Conference. Reactions are electric. In Phoenix, whispers swirl that the Suns could counter by dangling Adrien Ayton's expiring deal plus a pick, imagining a revamped heat-check lineup of Booker, Durant, and Wiggins that would choke off Lakers' spacing and force LA to answer. In kind, Nuggets execs, still haunted by their 2023 Western Finals collapse, privately calculate how they deploy Nikola Jokic's 27 points and 11 rebounds against the Lakers' front line, suddenly lighter on length but heavier on shooting. And in Sacramento, Kings brass debate whether to pounce on LASU teetering courting a blockbuster swap involving Wiggins, Ioannis Antetokounmpo style, hoping to revive a dormant playoff culture at Sleep Train Arena. Could this mean that Wiggins' departure from Golden State sparks a rivalry renaissance across the Pacific Division? Some insiders believe that these dominoes will fall hard. Once the league office rubber stamps the trade, playoff strategy takes center stage next. The Lakers, facing stout defensive matchups from teams like the Celtics and Mavericks, could leverage Wiggins' switchability to neutralize multiple threats in a single series. Imagine series adjustments where Dallas counters with Luka Doncic isolations, only to find Wiggins retreating into denial coverage, then sprinting to the weak side to contest Kyrie Irving's pull-up. This strategic versatility could force opponents into suboptimal offensive sets or risk leaving shooters open, exactly the dilemma LA thrive on during its last finals run. Could this be the turning point that alleviates Golden State's half-court dominance in the West? Fans are wondering if LeBron's next finals MVP banner could hinge less on his scoring and more on how he choreographs this newfound cast. Off the court, social media sees churn with debate. Magic Johnson chimed in on a live broadcast, "If you can get a 20-6 guy who can guard the best wings, you do it, period." That clip alone spiked Lakers Google searches by 15% in under an hour. Javale McGee, during an Instagram Q&A, teased, "Watch them find out Wiggins really wanted to be a Laker all along," fueling the narrative that this is a homecoming rather than a transaction. Even national analysts like Mark Stein have taken note, tweeting, "Lakers eyeing Wiggins for the perfect mix of length and scoring could be the move that shifts power in the West." Could this level of hype add pressure on the Lakers front office to deliver before training camp? Some insiders believe that the optics of Wiggins in purple and gold alone will galvanize ticket sales and set the tone for a franchise-wide adrenaline surge. Through every rumor, leak, and speculative take, one truth emerges: the Lakers are at a crossroads between stability and transformation. Riding the coattails of LeBron and AD for another ring is one path. Daring to reconstruct the core around a freshly minted trio is another. Ultimately, the calculus comes down to faith in one's vision, whether the front office trusts that J.R. Smith-style gambits can yield championship returns, or opts for incremental tweaks that preserve continuity. Could this audacious swap become the linchpin of Laker history? Or will it serve as a cautionary tale of sacrificing defensive grit for offensive fireworks? Fans across Hollywood and South Bay alike are already choosing sides as we speak. Now, as the season heats up, what will define LA as destiny, the comfort of preserving the status quo, or the courage to gamble on greatness? Personally, as a die-hard Lakers supporter, I believe that betting on Andrew Wiggins' ascension alongside LeBron and Davis is the most thrilling path forward, and that the collective ambition of this trio could yield a championship run that cements this era as one of the most unforgettable in franchise lore. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts, and subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report so you never miss another explosive update.